This video isn't going to relate to a lot of people unless you're a hoarder. So, if you've watched my videos a decent amount, you've seen a bit of my home and you probably wouldn't consider me a hoarder. But the truth is I am, or how you could say I was. I'm kind of in between has and was. My garage, I've been here for 3 years now, and I still haven't unpacked over 50% of my belongings. They're all in my garage. I have over 40 very large boxes full of stuff that I can't part with. And in the past few years, especially since my spiritual awakening, I have become, I started having I started to feel overwhelmed about all the stuff that I had. Even though most of it was in my garage, I couldn't part with it for many different reasons. For the regular hoarding reasons, for emotional reasons, for money reasons. I would say the main reason is money, because I spent so much money on that stuff, it's hard to just let it go. And I have tried multiple times, or at least my mom has tried to help me get rid of this stuff, but I just haven't been able to, because I've been here for 3 years, and for this past 3 years I've been in a very horrible state. I'm just unable to function this entire time. And we have tried multiple times she's tried multiple times to help me get rid of stuff, but every time we try to start, I have like a crying mental breakdown, and then I feel sick for days after because I can't let it go. Oh, I was saying how I started, after my spiritual awakening, I started to get this overwhelming feeling of being surrounded by clutter. Even though my house isn't clutter at all, I don't want to have anything anymore. I want to live with blank walls, with nothing. And it's funny because if you watch my videos, I look very materialistic because I own a lot of nice things. But they're all things that I bought a long time ago, and they're just here now. I was materialistic before, for sure, in my early 20s. And I started getting this overwhelming thought that I wished my house would burn down. I don't even have insurance. I just wished that everything would burn. And I started to say it a lot. This is about 6 months ago. No, almost a year ago. I started to just kept on saying, I wish my house would burn down. I wish everything would burn down. And I would just be crying about it. And that's when I realized that this stuff that I own is weighing me down a lot. And my mom really pushed me to help me get rid of stuff, and we did get rid of a lot of stuff, but I still have so much left, and it just weighs on me constantly. And I haven't been able to get rid of it for, like I said, for regular hoarding reasons. For the main reason I haven't been able to get rid of it is because I've been so unable to function with the severe depression and fatigue and everything that I actually just haven't been able to do it. You guys know a lot of times I struggle to even feed myself. You know, when you're severely depressed, it's very hard to do anything. And getting rid of stuff is not something I was able to do. I just couldn't do it. And I still can't. But I actually think I can now because I have to. I have to let that part of me go. I have to stop thinking that one day I'm going to have energy to sell this stuff. I have to take the loss, even though I need the money. I've been waiting for 3 years now to sell some of this stuff, and I haven't even attempted to sell it. And I need to get rid of it. I have so many things that represent who I used to be, who I thought I was going to be, what I planned for my life to be. You know, there's a lot of, right now I'm grieving a lot of what I expected my life to look like, and who I thought I was going to be, and just, it's not what I thought. And I think I'm ready to let it all go. I think I've reached the point where it's too painful to live like this anymore, and I just want to take everything and just donate it all. And I'm not going to start with anything inside of my house because I'm already overwhelmed about the fact that I'm planning on doing this. But I'm going to start with my garage. I'm going to let my mom finally come and help me, and I'm going to get rid of everything. I know it seems silly to be like this upset. Sorry, it's just the light is so bright. I know it seems silly to be this upset over stuff, but it has a lot more significance than, it's not the stuff, it's what represents. It's me finally letting it go, like letting that part of me go, letting my past go. It's me accepting where I am and what I need and who I am, and stop fighting. I'm going through a period of surrender. I've surrendered to the universe many times in the last few years, but every time you think you've surrendered, you're brought to another point where it makes you realize you really didn't surrender as much as you thought you did. And I'm reaching another point of surrender where I'm just ready to let it go. I'm ready to let another part of my identity and my ego go. And, you know, my ego was tied to a lot of the things I owned, and not in, sometimes if a non-spiritual person may hear someone say the word ego and they kind of think it means it more about what other people think, but it's not my ego in the sense of what other people think. It's my ego as in my self-built identity that my soul took on when I came to Earth. And I built an identity around certain things that I did and who I was and what I wanted. And I have a lot of stuff that represents all of those parts of me. And I've been holding on to them because I wasn't ready to let go of who I wasn't ready to let go of what and who I've built my life around and who I've identified as. And right now, I identify as, and it doesn't look it because I'm wearing Calvin Klein, you know? I look like I care, but these are all, I bought this shirt when I was 21. I'm 29 now. I bought these pants when I was like 20 or 22. These are old items that I own. And who I am now is, I just want to live off out of the city on a little house on the prairie in the wilderness. And I don't care about material things anymore. And maybe the part of the problem is that I'm surrounded by a life I built based on material things. And the contrast of me constantly looking at it feels exhausting. It feels like I'm still in... I'm like not broken free of what I'm trying to let go and who I am. And I am this different person now than I used to be, but my surroundings and the physical things in my life don't represent that. They represent a very different version of me, and seeing them is a constant reminder of who I used to be. And it's really hard to let that person go, because I did like that person, and that person also had more fun, and that person was not awakened yet. And you know, ignorance is kind of bliss. And the ignorance that I had before my awakening, when I was just living in a world where I didn't think that there was something greater, and that stuff mattered, and I put so much, I built up. I was just such a different person. I don't know how to describe it. I was just a different person. And I don't want to be that person anymore. And I'm not that person anymore. Yet I feel like I'm constantly grieving it. Or maybe I wasn't grieving it. I wasn't ready to let it go. Even though I stopped being it on the inside, I was holding on to so much on the outside. And it doesn't mean I'm going to go and get rid of all my stuff. Like, I'm not going to get rid of this just because it's Calvin Klein. I'm not going to get rid of my nice things that I own that I like. But a lot of it needs to go. I'll keep things that are functional, but I need to empty out my garage. I need to let it go. I need to just let it go. I need to stop waiting for a day that I'm going to be able to have the energy to sell it. I need to stop. Like, I have a few things that are worth a few $100s, but if you find the right buyer, right? I can't just, not just anyone wants to buy it. And I don't want to deal with that process. I just want it to be gone. I want to walk into my garage and it be empty, you know? And that won't be the case, because I'm still going to have to keep some of this stuff. But I want to go on a journey now in the next few years and start to get rid of my stuff. Because on the inside, I'm a minimalist. And I totally identify as a minimalist. But my life is not minimalism. Like, this is my most empty room in all of my house. It's just so much stuff. Why do I have so much stuff? And my drawers are just filled with stuff that I don't use. These drawers I almost never open, but they're filled with things that I can't let go. And I can't get rid of it just in case one day I need it. But maybe I won't need it. Maybe I need to let it go and just accept that. Just get rid of it. I just want it gone. I want it gone. I want to, like, move. I just want to get rid of everything and just move. And I'm so tied here. I'm so tied to this. I'm just struggling, you guys. I'm going through something in my life, and I know it's good. And it's more like, with the help of you guys, that I'm able to get to this point. But I'm like losing my identity, and not in a bad way, just like I'm just surrendering. I'm over it. I'm over it all. Like, I give up. And I just want to be free. And I don't feel free surrounded by things anymore. I feel tied down.